And it's on there. I haven't been this excited about a vehicle since my 20s. So what I have here is a 2018 GMC Sierra with about 39,000 miles on it. If you're like me and you grew up in the 80s and you drove a square body Chevy, then you probably fell in love with it. The 4-speed automatic transmission, the 350 engine, it was just a really nicely engineered and well-built truck, but it was also a very good-looking truck. And these retro 2014 to 2018 GM trucks kind of brought that spirit back. And I love this vehicle as far as the body style. We can talk in a different video about the lifter failures and the different transmission problems. But as far as the aesthetics of a truck, to me, this is the best looking truck on the road. And for years, I've been wanting to drive a lifted truck. So recently, I put a 5-inch rough country suspension kit on this truck, and I couldn't be more happy. I looked at all the different lift kits out there, BDS, Zone, all of them, and most of them were either going to be a 4 or a 6-inch kit. And 4 is a little bit lower than I wanted, and 6 is a little bit too high. And also they changed the geometry of the front tires and increase your track width, and I didn't want that. So I went with the rough country 5-inch lift, which a lot of people call a cheap lift, but I've been happy with it so far. I've got several hundred miles on it, and the truck ride's great. But in today's video, we're gonna take this truck to the next level. I have never, that I can remember in my life, bought custom rims. And in fact, I never have. I've never bought custom rims. I've always liked stock rims that come on a truck, but I decided as part of my retirement gift to myself to buy myself some custom rims. So we'll show you the rims when they unbox them at the tire store, because that's where we're headed now. But they are 20-inch rims, the same as the original rims on the truck. They're chrome because the truck is white and chrome. I'm not into the blacked out look, and they're 0 offset. So I'm actually going to get about 1 inch of additional poke out the side of my truck from the tires, and I'm also getting much bigger tires. Now I'm headed to Discount Tire, which is about an hour away from the farm here. I've been doing a lot of research, and I'm not into big mud tires that are noisy. I like an all-terrain tire that makes my truck look more like a truck, a 4-wheel drive truck that is. And I've decided on a tire that I originally didn't even have as an option. The tires are there. I got new lug nuts, and they'll have to provide the hub-centric rings, the new tire pressure monitors, TPMs, and valve stems. So I think I've got everything I need to take to them. So this is my current configuration with the 5-inch lift kit and the 20-inch stock snowflakes, which I actually like these rims, but I wanted just to do something different, like I said, to treat myself. And there's no poke on the side. They stay completely in the fender well. And this is a 34 by 10-inch tire. They're Michelin's. They are their mud and snow, or their all-terrain tire. Actually fills up the wheel well pretty good because they were on it when it was stock, or at least when it had a leveling kit on it. But the tires I'm going to are going to be about the same height, a little bit taller, but definitely wider and more aggressive tread. We made it here to Discount Tire in Panama City, and the guys here have just been like bending over backwards for me. I asked them if I could film. They said yes, but they can't answer any questions or be on film. I guess that's their policy. But I did have them roll out the new tires, and what I'm going with is Toyo AT3s. And I have a lot of experience with all-terrain tires, and my previous tires were Falcon Wild Peaks, and I thought I'd never go away from them. I had the AT3s, and I got 70,000 miles out of that set of tires, traded it in on this truck, and when I traded it in, they thought the tires were new. They probably still had 30,000 miles left on them. But Falcon changed their tire to the AT4, and they added another ply to it to make it heavier, and they also changed the rubber compound, and I think it's a stiffer tire. It doesn't ride as well. So what I went with was Toyo AT3s. They're the lightest 35-inch tire out there. And as you can see, when he rolled up the tire next to my truck, they look like they're not gonna fit, but I got a 5-inch lift kit, so we're gonna see one way or another. They're going on this truck and the truck's going home. We'll have to do some trimming later. I don't know. We'll reveal the rims. I guess you'll see them right here, but they are 20 by 9s, which are the same size tire or same size rim as I have right now as far as width, but the offset is 0 and the factory offset is like 25 or something. And what that means is it just pushes the rim out away from the truck, and 0 offset means that where the rim mounts on the truck is exactly center of the 9-inch width of the rim, as opposed to what they call the GMC Snowflake rims, which are some good looking rims. I just wanted more offset. All right, here we go. All right, Kevin's gonna do the reveal. All right, they're Rough Country 77 chrome with 0 offset. I had to wait 2 months for them, don't drop them. They're on back order for 2 months, I think. I ordered them in November and they just showed up in mid-January. Here's the lug nuts that I got from Rough Country. All of them are the same, so I guess they're all locking. Brandon's gonna just putting it on the machine to get it ready. Words can't express like how excited I am about this, and it's weird because I'm not exactly, you know, the youngest guy out there with a lifted truck, but I'm so excited about these tires and rims. Doing a little extra to protect my rims. I appreciate it, guys. Just putting a tire pressure monitor in right now. So my truck has working tire pressure monitors, but I went ahead and bought new ones to put in there because I'm gonna sell the rims and tires as a set, and I didn't want them to have to break down the Michelin tires and pull out my existing TPMs. And also the battery only lasts so long, and the truck is 6 going on 7 years old, and all of them work, but I'd hate to put new tires on using the old monitors and then it stops working a month from now, because then you got to break the whole tire back down again to change them. And that's the one with the tire pressure monitor on it. You can see the green right there. So he's mounting the first one right here. And it's on there. That's looking sweet. Looking sweet. All right, we're getting ready to balance one right now. Putting it on the balancer. Three-quarters of an ounce. That's not a lot for a tire that big to me. I'm used to seeing a lot. I think there's probably more on those Michelins. So this right here, this bore size, tells them what rings they need to make it fit on my brake, or on my rotor, I guess. So this tire required a little bit more weight, 2.75 ounces, and the road force was 18. So road force was similar, well within spec. And that one's done. All right. So the question of the day is 5-inch lift kit enough for 35 1250s? It might need to be a little bit of trimming here, maybe on turning and maybe on the back mud flap. Brandon, what's my torque value?
140.
140? Okay, thank you. She's so close to hitting. All right, guys, we're moving down the road doing about 65 miles an hour, and there is some road noise. I did a lot of research on these tires, and they said that, like, the people that had them in this size said that they were pretty quiet, but I would say, you know, they're not like a mud tire, but you can definitely hear them. And another thing is, when I was looking at the tires once they were mounted, and I did a lot of research on them, they had very wide gaps in between the tread, and they're an all-terrain, they're not a mud tire, so you expect some gap, but the gap was more significant, and that's where you get your noise. As far as road manners, I've got no shaking, shimmying, or anything. You saw that one tire came in at 3/4 of an ounce to balance, and that's not very much at all. Holding the road really good. Now the truck got an alignment after the lift kit, so there was no need to get another alignment with the new tires. So it's tracking straight, no vibration. I don't really feel a big power loss or a braking, increase in braking distance. Haven't done any panic braking, but I was in a lot of stop and go traffic doing a little shopping, and it was impressive. It doesn't really feel like the truck is any taller or any bigger, because the tires that I had before were just about the same size. And also they put 40 pounds of air in the tires, and I normally run about 50. It makes your tires last longer when they have more air in them, so I'll air them up. But that's going to cause another problem, because on the passenger side, the width of the tire, it's hitting when you do a really, really sharp turn. Now, it's not hitting my upper A arms, it's not hitting the left side at all. It's really, really close. And you wouldn't want to do any extreme off-roading with a 5-inch lift kit and 35-inch tires. I think a 6-inch lift kit on this truck would have been better for these tires, but I just paid a lot of money for them, so I'm going to have them for probably the life of the truck. You can see the steering wheel is rock steady. No issues at all. This is a new road. It doesn't have ruts in it, but it's tracking the road really good. All in all, there's nothing wrong with the ride quality. I didn't mess up the ride of my truck by putting these tires on it. We're doing 62 now. You can probably hear the road noise on this fairly new flat road. So this isn't a loud road like a concrete road. And there is some road noise, and that's only going to get worse as they wear. All right, guys, I got home with it, and I couldn't be more pleased with this build. Now, like I said when I was driving it, you don't feel any taller, you don't feel any different. A little bit of road noise, which you heard in the video, but as far as feeling like you're much taller or you're in a bigger truck, it just didn't feel like that, because I didn't really gain any lift by going with the bigger tires, but I did gain a lot more width with them. And from the back and from the front with those 12.5-inch wide tires, and also the zero offset, I've got about an inch of what they call poke out the sides. And the reason that's strapped like that is my old tires just barely fit in there, if you can see, and I had to have that strapped down. The guys actually asked me, you want to keep them? And I was like, heck yeah. I'm thinking that I might want to do amp steps to it as well. And what the amp steps will do is retract here on the side and not always be down all the time. And it'll just make the truck look taller. But all in all, absolutely love the look. Hopefully it'll last me a long time. There's still some things I need to do, and I'll do a couple follow-up videos about it as far as the transmission, and also maybe something to do with the lifters. Before I go, I do want to show you where it's rubbing, and it's only on the passenger side, not on the driver's side. 35-inch tires, but again, they're not fully inflated. They're fully inflated, but I will have them inflated more, so they'll come up a little bit more. But I don't think they hit there. If anything, they might hit there on a full turn. But when I checked in the parking lot, they missed that by a hair, and there's no clearance issues in the front. But over on the passenger side, it's a little different. And Chevys are known to have what's called a Chevy lean, where one side isn't as high as the other, even though the suspension kit raised it exactly 5 inches on both sides. But on this side, I heard it in the parking lot, and right there, it caught the inside of my mud flap when I was turning. So the outer edge of the tire caught that, and I could hear it clicking when I was backing up. And also going forward, it would do the same thing. I could cut that, like cut that corner off, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it. I'm not an off-road enthusiast. The few times that this truck will go off-road and use four-wheel drive will be not worth removing that. They actually make what's called a mud flap delete kit, but I want to protect the side of my truck as much as possible because these tires stick out, but the mud flap will still catch most of the rocks. But that'll wrap it up. Put a comment down below. What do you think? Did I hit the mark with the truck? Is it anything that you would do? But I think it came out great, and hopefully I have this truck literally until the day I die. I hope to never have to buy a new truck again. But y'all take care out there, and we'll see you on the next video.